So, waiting in traffic here, there's a lot on the routes where I live near. It's been horrible. And this time of year, with weekends and shopping, it only gets crazier and worse. And today are all the majority of the Christmas fairs that are starting. So first Christmas fair of the day, I met a fellow Astral traveler who had all the same paintings that, they all do is process art. It's weird how my process art is completely different than everybody else's. Because some people get trapped in the astral, and I haven't, and I'm not. And people who don't get that. But you can tell the ones who want, need, and desire to have your light because they're stuck there. And something, greater than themselves, aka their Godhead, is puppeting them sort of from another realm. The evil twin situation. If you know it, you know. If you don't, you don't. But his art was beautiful, like all the other artists, that their stuff kind of morphs into like the kind of paintings where all the colors just run, and it's outer space, and it's astral travel, and it's impressionist work. I loved his art on mermaids. It was so cool. But I looked at him, excuse me, as I turn corners. I looked at him and I said, "You travel, don't you?" And he said, "You do too." And I'm like, "Yeah." But then I was like, "But I don't travel the way you travel, man. I travel within. I travel on Earth because why should I go where I already came from? And why do I need to know where you're stuck when nothing's real anyways, and you're just part of more dead men?" Like, the same thing. All the art, the mouths are button shut or X shut, meaning I can't talk about astral realms, or maybe I've been cut off from astral realms, so I can't talk about that, but I'm still painting it. Or maybe I'm traveling, but I'm not allowed to talk because, X marks the spot, the mouth. You can't talk about it because if you talk about it, you'll get in trouble. So, nobody here really actually has freedom of speech or freedom of thought. They just like to say that they do, and whatever. Some people need to fish for light, and some people know they're the light. And when you know the truth, the astral realm is a projection, because even though it's part of other entities' realms, you've projected yourself into that. And if you don't understand and comprehend the storylines here, you'll believe that you are stuck there, and therefore you have to feed it. And it's kind of just freaking sad that these people believe that, and they're lost to that, and they're trapped in that mire, that black goo, that brown goo that I saw in the paintings, because they're beautiful people. But this is how these end times are. It's like, oh, this is God, and we're just going to keep on coming back here, and everything's sorrow and suffering and doom and gloom. But don't say sorrow and suffering and doom and gloom. You got to pretend like it's all love and light here. It's completely rank meat. It's old, decaying flesh. And I can smell it and sense it, and when I'm around it, and right away it's the pity party and trying to draw you in. Even the art has the draw, where like now, sort of like I move through this world almost in a weird trippy sort of way, like I'm not taking anything anymore, and I'm struggling a lot with body and head chakra pain and shit like that from things people have put on me, but have also started working with a Kung Fu master online who has, even though it's been excruciatingly painful, has helped me to go through some of this stuff, and I can actually, my teeth are aligning, and I talk about my jaw, my right side I can use now. The teeth actually connect. So when that neurological connection started working again, it was so freaking painful. But whatever, like, if you want to be alive and blow through shit and have your face come back alive, you're going to have to feel the nerves wake up. You know, if something's been cut off for a long time and then it's opened up again, it freaking hurts. And that's how it is here across the board to grow and change, so people don't want to. Also, like I'm talking about with this whole black goo thing and the astral projecting of oneself into another person's reality, therefore it's a projection and miasma and not real. What are you going to do if you realize this is all real or not real, and suffering is everything, but it's not real? You grow and you change, and you become light, or you become a false light, you know? And it's just like, the whole thing is so weird. The more I learn about things, I'm not scared anymore. Not scared about talking, not scared about revealing shit. Just not scared, because I know what's happening. I can see the trajectory all around me, and the sunspots increasing, and, you know, man's need to war increasing, and the Greys and the Octurians, which are actually the same thing, and the Agigi, which is actually the same thing. They didn't want to be the slave people anymore, so we're the slave people, and they're not the slave people, and they weren't supposed to breed with us, and they did, and then they were just slaves. So, you know, the whole Anunnaki story. But you got to realize there was a race here, the elder race, before all that. See, we see the story here, oh, it's all just the Anunnaki. But there was an elder race here before that. There's pyramids that are 30,000 years old, and pyramids that are 60,000 years old, and things they're finding now that are hundreds of thousands of years old, aka the moon-eyed people, or the luminous eye people, or the people with the eyes of light, which in the Bible were considered Nephilim, fallen watchers, not Nephilim the children, sorry, fallen watchers. Or the watchers of this world, which are, to me, the Illuminates, the people that step sideways in reality, and they've always been here, but we don't see them till we're supposed to see them, or until we're resonating at the right frequency. So to me, like, I can step back now and look at and listen to all these stories, and I just don't care. They're stories. So when I see that person there suffering, screaming out in their art that they're stuck in the miasma, I'm like, so get out of it. So hurt. So just do it. Bow to your soul. And I want to tell them, but I don't, because I know now that it's not the unknowing people who don't listen. It's the people who think they know who don't listen. Like with any religion, be that the cockhead religion with the snake butt, or be that the ISIS Ra L, or whatever that it be. But nobody wants to listen. So, you know, for those of you that are stuck in one realm or the next, everything is Maya. Everything is mine. So why are you sad unless you believe a lie? Why are you taking life force from people like me that are glowing up? Because you choose to believe a lie. You choose to believe there's no salvation and there's no grace. Therefore, that's your storyline. And I was almost murdered most of my life for those kinds of things, and often weird demonic ways. And still have people in my family that come at me with memes all the time and think that I literally do not know that that's how the brainwashers and the elite communicate, and always have, through symbols, through signs. So I just am like, yeah, I know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. There's people that life force take, narcissistically take, sociopathically take, and they don't know what they're doing because they're literally an unknowing agenda. And then there are people, so those are the followers, and then there's the people who are awake in the agenda, but they got to choose the dark side because they're dark, because they're bad, because everything's evil. And then there's the goody good goods who are the warriors, and on and on and on the shite goes until one realizes that no one has any right to your soul and your eternal flame but you. Thoth, the Egyptian. Thoth, the Atlantean. Thoth, the one who studied to be an eternal, so is therefore considered all thought, miasma or a demon. So learn from everything symbol here, but stop making yourself the symbol, and stop making people that are full of light your garbage receptacles because you're into the red and blue or the black and white, and you just can't possibly imagine that there's anything else, as in your center and in between. So, it's okay because everyone's dead here, such is the story of the worm. So just, abuse everybody. And it's okay to abuse them because we need to wake them up. And if they wake up in this new world order, so what? As long as, the gangs get to control shite, or the religious people. It's one God, and it's left, right, left. Oh yes, true. It's the rebels and the non-rebels. What else is anything? But here we go again. You want to play the story. So you're in the story and you're bowing to the storyline. And so you'll give your soul up to some triple-headed God or triple-bodied God or stacked up miasma and deep fake of the past. And you will give your life force to it because it is an egregore. And you are not sovereign, and you do not want to be. You want to give your sovereign head away to some made-up God. And like I said jokingly, I could take my last 3 exes and make a demonic religion out of them. And that would also make them, their egregoric thought forms, live forever. But they're actually not in control of themselves because they've given themselves over to ancient stuff. How? Tripping, astral traveling, and refusing to do the work after when they know the truth. Okay? So you got kicked out of the astral realms and you're not allowed to learn anymore. Great. Bow to your soul, because that's where the astral realm is created from. Your life force. Ba-derp. Oh, but I can't because I sold my soul to a mermaid and I fell in love, and I can only be in love with that thing or that woman or that entity or that thought form or that lie. Blah, 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 blah. On and on we go in the blablon of stories. And my ex used to make fun of me for all these things, but now I see, wow, he was all these things and he didn't even get it. And not only that, he didn't care, and he used it to be psychopathic. Well, all of my exes, whether they were awoke to it or not. So I got people in the family sending me memes. I can't just help it. I'm just a woman, or I'll just hear stuck in whatever. And I can't help it. I'm a man, and I don't want to be a man. And men don't have. Why should we have to work and provide for women? Because you made us weak. Because you could support us and what our womb is, but you don't want us to lead you. And fear, and warmongering, and blah, 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 blah. And you are not just male or female or bond or free. You're one in Christed being. And, okay, so people have to flip out about that storyline too and make it all, woe is me, Jesus and Satan are the same thing, Marduk to Christ, the cross, cutting off her head. Well, take your frickin' sovereignty back. Really, if you know a war is coming, or the end of an age, or the sun's got to flip, which has got to do its thing, or the earth is going to switch pole to pole, it's got to do its thing. Yeah, well, you take a poop, you do your thing. Big deal, little babies. Like I said that I'd be getting in on the heathens, but damn, I'm getting in on the astral of both sides. I rip you all a new one and say, bow to your soul and freaking love yourself. Is it really that hard that you have to make everything in the whole universe a projection of your own ideas instead of bowing to your soul? Yes, because that's too simple. People really literally tried to destroy me like Jesus because I believed in grace, because I believe that Christ said in these times you only had to bow to your center and have devotion to your center, not another God. Excuse my yelling. But yeah, but people don't want to get that. Oh no, it's anything but them. Because you know why? Because you have to look at everything you've ever made in life and know it's nothing. So what? You're eternal. So what if you're a leaf right now, or you're a human right now, or you're a lost Agigi right now, or actually you're just embodying those things because they're living inside of you and tell you they're going to make you strong, and it's the war, and it's time for the war in the heavens, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, peaceful women stand tall, because obviously peaceful men that took our life force for forever don't get it because they don't want to. And you need your mommy, your doc mommy. You know, I'm sorry. We've all suffered in life. And I've suffered in life from the time I was born until now and still do. If I allow myself to. If I let that be the narrative. And I cut everybody out of my life, even my own, anyone who wants to live in that narrative. Because I'm not living in it. I see above it. Why should I stay in it? I want to be eternal and I want to be conscious of the fact that I am. And I'm going to be. Thank you. Even though I'm losing like all my hair. Very interesting. But I try to stop my B12 shots and we can't do that yet. Even though we are on a carnivore mostly diet. So, and we have to do that because of homocysteine levels. My story is my story and my diet in the duality, die, is not yours. And so neither will I let you judge me for it and neither will I judge you for yours. But you know, waking up is heavy duty and a lot of people don't want to do it. And if they do, they get stuck in the pity, poor me. And I was there and I was just literally abused by those people until I got out of it. And now I have no pity for them. So, you know, make your beautiful art and mourn with your poetry. And I'll mourn and make fun and be hi-yo, hi-yo-ka with my chants. You know, because all is miasma and all is mind. And I'm going to keep my mind where I want it. Which is no shame, no blame. Keep your shite to yourself and learn to be happy because everything is about peace. You're eternal. This is a breath in, a breath out, whatever. Let it all go. It's all going to leave you anyways. Oh, Sheila, that's not love. You don't love. And I don't go around spouting love, 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 light to everybody and refuse the fact that there's darkness and there's shite in this world and it's going down, like right now. It's just a storyline. Like, literally. Stop having to have a head and a leader and the head of your monad and the head of your this and the belief of your that and your three gods stuck together and my Gnostic worm and my pedophile gods and my cyclopedes and I gotta worship the elder race. And no, you don't need to do any of that. You need to stand tall in your center. Period. Thank you.